So it's day number 2, and this is the episode so many of you have been requesting because I'm going to be showing you how easy it is to get appointments for your agency. If you didn't watch the first episode, let me give you a 10-second recap. We started our brand new AI agency called Evolve AI. We selected our niche as fitness coaches and gyms, but we're not limited to that. Whoever comes to us, we're going to work with. And the offer we're going to be running with is an AI lead generation system and just selling automations around their constraints. However, we may need to be adaptive because I think each business has a slightly set of unique constraints. So these automations we're just going to mold to their business, and we're going to be more of a generalist and unproductized just to get clients, which I think is perfectly fine getting up to 5k a month. And then from 5k to like 20k, 50k, you need to obviously niche down and be more productized. We also set up a landing page, so we are ready to rock and roll. And let's get into some appointment setting. So the first thing we're going to be doing today is doing some cold calls, which I haven't done in absolutely ages. So I have no idea how this is going to go, but I thought it's better just to get 20-30 cold calls done today. And maybe we'll book an appointment, maybe we won't. But if we don't, then I'm also going to be setting up my Instagram profile later on this evening. So 100% we can definitely get some appointments this week through Instagram if we aren't able to do it in this cold calling session. But nonetheless, I thought it'd be valuable for me to walk you through how to actually cold call and how to get over the fear of doing it. Because I know for a lot of beginners, you are probably terrified of doing this, but it's by far the easiest way to get appointments on your calendar. So as you can see, we are on Google, and the first thing you're going to do is just search for your niche. So in this case, we're going for gyms, and we could just do like Dubai hypothetically, but obviously the time zones aren't ideal because right now it's like way too early in EST, which is America time zone. So we're just going to go over to maps, and as you can see, you're going to get all of the gyms in the local area. So you can do this no matter what niche you're in. And if we go down here, you can obviously see that there are a bunch of gyms. If we just take this one, I think I'm going to do like an hour of this. I'll just chop up the like conversations I have and see where we get, because I have no idea, because these gyms are quite big. So yeah, I don't think we're going to have too much success, but it's better than not doing anything at all, if you know what I mean. So if we take this one, for example, what we're going to do is, you can see we have our cold call script here, which is amazing. I'll probably put this in the description so all of you can use this for free. But we essentially have the first line, so hey, am I reaching the owner? We have the second line, we have the third line, and yeah, it's very effective. And this is a script that's been proven to book appointments time and time again. So yeah, it's not giving away too much, it's provoking curiosity, but yeah, it's very, very powerful. So if we look at the tracking sheet that we've also laid out, this is the foundations. You need to have Google Maps, you need to have your script, and then you need to have a tracking sheet. Those are the only 3 tabs you should actually have open. And with that being said, we can actually jump into the first one. Actually, very quickly, what we're going to do is search for the Red Gym. Like if we go for Red Gym, and then we search for their LinkedIn, what you'll find is you'll usually find like people who are more executives or higher up in the employees. So when we do call them, we aren't just saying, hey, can I speak to the owner? We're saying, hey, can I speak to, let's say, Mahesh as an example. So yeah, if we just do this call and see how it goes, let's go to the phone. I would recommend getting a CRM like High Level, but obviously right now I only have a US number in High Level, so that's why we're going to be calling UAE people. So yeah, you can see that we have their number right here. So
hello, good afternoon. Thank you for calling. This is John.
yeah, hi. Am I reaching Mahesh?
Sorry, sir. You're looking for Mahesh?
Yes. Do you know if he's in the office today?
Oh, he's off day today, sir.
Okay. Do you know when he would be available?
Tomorrow, sir, he will be here.
Okay. In the morning or just all day?
All day, sir, afternoon like this.
Okay. Yeah, that's totally cool. Thank you. I'll yeah,
Thank you.
speak to you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay, so obviously he wasn't available, so it's not worth pitching if like you aren't speaking to the actual person, because no matter how good your offer is, if you place it in front of like a receptionist, it will never convert. So yeah, don't do that. Ask for when he would be available and just go from there. So what we're going to do is gym here. So it was Red Gym, Dubai, and we are looking for Mahesh, and he wasn't available. So you can obviously, this tracking sheet I'll also put in the description, but we can just do a, he's obviously the like manager. So yeah, and we can just put like follow up, because obviously we need to do a follow up to him. So that's that. So that's the first one done. He wasn't available, annoyingly. I think this is going to be a common theme because it's the weekend. So obviously, yeah, I don't know how many people are actually going to be like, in terms of owners, I don't think many are going to actually be in the office today because they obviously see their family at weekends and stuff like that. But let's just keep it moving. So Grand Gold Gym. So we can do the same approach. We can essentially just very quickly search for Grand Gold Gym, and then we just search for like LinkedIn, because you'll find the highest like person. So you can see we don't want the personal trainer. We have this guy, so Jex. So we're looking for Jex basically. I believe, yeah, it should be the same one. Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon. Go choose security checks. How may I?
Yeah. Hi. Am I reaching Jex by any chance? Do you know if he's in the office?
Yeah, you're security checks, please.
Okay. Wondering, are you in the marketing department by any chance?
Oh, yeah, because I'm in the marketing department. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if you'd be open. Obviously, I don't know if this is possible yet, but I was wondering if you'd be open to a potential partnership, because I see that you offer free trial on your gym, right?
There is no feature. I'm not sure of a partnership with any company, but you can speak with the manager if you don't mind. You can send some WhatsApp message on this number. We will forward it to the manager. They will look at it. If it's good for them, they will contact you.
Got it. Do you know the owner's name by any chance?
What?
Do you know the owner's name by any chance?
His name Islam. Mr. Islam.
Islam. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. And is he, I assume he'll be in tomorrow because it's Monday, right?
What?
Will he be in tomorrow because it's Monday?
You can just send your WhatsApp on this number. We will forward it to him.
Okay. Got it. Okay, yeah, thank you. Have an amazing day.
You too, brother. Thank you very much.
Yeah, speak soon, bye. Yeah, so it's just not the right person, but the thing I've noticed is we're actually getting a decent like pickup rate. It's not like we're not speaking to no one. So at least we're getting through to someone, so the pickup rate is quite high. And obviously it's important you track how many calls you do, how many pick up, how many you present your offer to, because each one of those things shows a different constraint. For example, if you call, let's say 50 people a day and let's say 30 pick up, that's amazing. But then let's say you only pitch your offer to, let's say 5 out of those 30 people, that shows that the problem is lead quality and you aren't actually reaching the owner. So you may have to go for a different approach, like reaching smaller gyms to be able to get through to the owner, or just smaller like businesses. Hopefully that makes sense. It's really important to track each one just on a simple tracking sheet. Let's go for another one. I'll probably do like 20 more minutes because I do have some things to do in my other business. I don't want to go for Pure Gym because it's too like commercial. If we go for maybe Warehouse Gym, so yeah, we got their number, so we can just search for. It's like so easy to do this, and this is who you want to be speaking to. So you want to make sure. The problem is I can't actually find like maybe it's this guy. Hopefully he's the owner. Let's see. Co-founder, perfect. So it's Kevin, and that's like a really easy way to do it. So let's go back here and let's do it. Let's do another one. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, let's keep it moving. Keeping positive 4-0. So we should be good to go with that.
Good afternoon, Warehouse Gym Airport. You're speaking. How may I help you?
Yeah, hey, I was wondering if Kevin is in today by any chance.
Kevin, what's the last name?
Kevin Texiera?
I haven't seen him.
Okay, yeah, no problem at all. I assume he'll be in tomorrow, right?
Maybe. Because we don't know his schedule on what day he will come here in this branch.
Yeah, got it. Okay, so he has multiple branches, is that correct?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, that's no problem at all. I'll check tomorrow to see if he's in.
Sure.
Okay, have an amazing day. Thank you.
You too. Thank you.
Bye. So, yeah, I think it's the day, because it's obviously the weekend. It's like these owners aren't actually in, but I do think if we give it a go tomorrow, I think we're going to have a lot more success. So we've run into a very small problem. It is the end of the day. As you can see, it's nighttime and it's been a crazy day. I've barely managed to get anything done with the actual AI agency. So what I'm going to do is head to a quiet spot, just outside, and start building the Instagram page so we can actually start sending some DMs this evening. And I'm actually going to be sending automated DMs throughout the night. So I'll walk you through the entire process of me doing that once I get back to my apartment and after I've built the account. Okay, so I'm just creating the Instagram account from complete scratch. You can see that there are literally 0 followers. There's 0 anything on this. So I need to completely build out my Instagram page. So I'm going to add a profile picture. I'm going to do a few lifestyle photos, obviously the bio, and a few other things, and just follow probably 50 to 100 people in my niche just to build up a bit of social proof. And then I'm actually going to buy some followers. So I need to get cracking with this. We're running slightly behind. So let me speed run this, and I'll probably just do a time lapse of like the next 10-15 minutes of me building my Instagram page. Okay, so we've just made it back to the apartment, and I'm going to be scraping my ideal client profiles on Instagram. So I'm going to be walking you through how I automatically scrape all my personal trainers who I need to message, and that's what we're going to be doing in the next 5-10 minutes, is scraping a bunch of personal trainers, fitness coaches, gyms, things like that. And then we're going to be running an automated DM campaign to all of them overnight whilst I sleep, which I'll also be walking you through. So how I usually do this, and by far the best way to get leads on Instagram, is by essentially finding a guru who helps your ideal client profile. So now there are gurus in every single niche: real estate, contractors, HVAC, local businesses, online businesses. It doesn't matter. You want to find a guru, and then you essentially want to work through their following, because they've done the hard work of building up their following through running paid ads, through posting content, everything like that. So what we can do, you can see that this is on our account, the one we just created. We can essentially just search. So for example, if we just search for someone in the fitness space, so you can actually find them on YouTube and then come over to Instagram, and the exposure is going to be like way less, which is really what we want. So for example, if we take this guy, he is a business coach for online trainers. You could go for his like 311,000 followers, like sure, and you would get personal trainers. But what we're going to do is actually go to people that are interacting with his content, because they are the most like high intent, problem aware people that are going to be the easiest to get on an appointment to sell our solution to. So you can see that like this guy is a personal trainer, like this guy is a coach. So these are like our ideal client profiles who he's done the hard work to basically find. Now, I'm not saying this is an amazing strategy, because ideally you want to be the one posting content so you can get people who like, know, and trust you in the market, but we don't have time for that. So we're going to go for this method. So what we're going to do is just click on his likes, and very easily you can go to this Chrome extension store and download Instant Data Scraper, and then you can very easily just scrape all of these leads. And if we just give it a second, so if we put this, you can just have that as it is, start crawling, and what's going to happen is you can see that it's going to go down this and scrape 121 people into a CSV for us. And you can see that I'm not touching anything, it's just scraping these leads. Now, once you do this, you're going to want to rinse and repeat this probably 10 times over. I would even say, spend a good 20 minutes doing this, if not an hour. And typically, if you were to do this once on a Sunday for maybe a few hours, you could get all your leads for the week, which is what I used to do back in the day, and it worked like a charm. So this is really good. And then once you've scraped leads, so I'm not going to spend all the time doing this live because I don't want to bore you, but I'm going to spend the next 20 minutes getting some leads so I can send messages for the next few days. And I think we're going to be wanting to send probably a few hundred, maybe 500 messages, which is amazing. So you can see that it's stopped calling, and if we go back onto here, you can see that it's already given us quite a few personal trainers. You can see here that these are perfect. And to be honest, a lot of these people who are experts in your niche, who you want to help, they actually run targeted ads to like your ideal client profiles. So these are the highest intent people, as I said. So that's why we're targeting them. And you can obviously rinse and repeat this. So do it for this post. You can see this one got like 1,000 likes. Now, I'm not saying all of those people would be amazing. Ideally, you want to find the content that's around like your niche. You can also follow this guy, and if you follow him, what that means is you'll get other similar people that you can do the same method for, and you can rinse and repeat. If we go down here to this list, just download it as a CSV. This is the one we scraped before. And if we go back over here, we can very easily just upload this list right here. So upload, and then we can tell ChatGPT to filter all the leads and similar people. Remove all of those who aren't that in the list. Perfect. And ChatGPT is essentially going to scrape all of this info, and it's going to actually, remove the people that, like Ivan, he's probably not a coach, therefore I want it gone from the list. Whereas like this person says online fitness coach, same with this person, same with like this person, whereas this person doesn't. So ChatGPT is just doing this for us, and this is like a very simple filtration process. As you can see, it's given us some highly qualified people that we can reach out to, and they have engaged, which means they are active on their account and they actually use their account, which is super sick. Actually, what you can do is you can say, just give me their first name instead of their full name so I can include it in my message, because obviously we're going to be doing automated DMs. So we need to actually give the software, which I'll show you in a second, and how I do this. We actually need to give it a CSV with just like their first name, like this, for example, and then their Instagram name. And then that's all we want, because obviously we just want to send a message to like, hey, Charlie, instead of like, hey, Greg at fitness, whatever. So that's just a quick tip. And then obviously you want to have the correct format. So we can tick that. And what we need to do now is actually execute on this cracking with this one, because we can let this run overnight. So if you go to this URL, https //autolead.app/home, it will take you to this software where you can essentially run Instagram DMs and make them personalized without you actually having to send DMs. So that's super sick. So we're going to sign in, and we're just going to obviously create an account. I've already done that. So let's, let me just log in. So boom, boom, quickly log in. As you can see, we are going to do, I think, this one, although you could just do this one because I do have the $50 budget, and I think we've spent like $5 so far buying Instagram followers. There was something else I bought because the free trials were Girl High Level and something else. So we actually haven't spent really anything. So that's super sick. So yeah, we can download this, and then this is going to allow us to get the 50 DMs out, and then we're going to send the 10 DMs, which are going to be more like value based. And that's obviously going to be like hyper personalized and really solid. And easily, if we go to, we can very easily just go to profiles, and we actually want to disconnect this one because we're not allowed this one. We're only allowed the _ Charlie Barber. So we want to basically put our profile. So Charlie Barber, I think it was .reels, is our like new account that we just created, and the password. Okay, so that looks perfect now. So if we download this, and you can see that we've got it as filtered leads, we should now be able to click here and then add file, and you can see that it should load up like this. And what this means is that we have the account we've just created outside, which I showed you in time-lapse, the creation of that. And then we also have the leads that we've just scraped and filtered live, so you know it's real. And now what we're going to do is actually go over to, I believe, the messaging portion. So what we're going to do is not have this, because this is an opening message for real estate. And what I'm thinking is split testing 2 different types of openers. So what we could do is maybe 30 DMs as like, hey name, do you have any more spots open for your fitness coaching offer? Which is, once again, a bit of a bait to then put our offer in once they respond. Another one, so the next 30 messages could just be a compliment, which I think works best. So it could say something like, hey name, came across you on the explore page, love what you're doing, keep it up. And then you just leave it as that. What you'll find is they actually respond when you just compliment them and leave it as that. It's when you push the offer too early on that people have a problem. So either go with a compliment or go with a question that is a binary answer. So yes or no. You want to make it as easy for them to respond as possible, and then you smoothly transition into the offer. But once again, I'm going to be showing you like responses and how I pitch the offer in the DM. So everything's going to be raw and authentic. So love what you're doing, keep it up. And we're just going to say that, to be honest. Really simple, and it's just a compliment. So yeah, if we just click send, what it's going to do is it's now going to log in to the Instagram account in an incognito browser. So what that means is Instagram cannot detect that this is automation. So as you can see, it will start typing into the username and password box, and then obviously it will just send the messages automated with the script that we've just done. And yeah, after 30 messages, I'll probably turn it off. I should have actually just put 30, but either way, I'm just going to let this run for, I don't know, maybe overnight, and I'll come back in the morning once we've actually wrapped it up. Okay, so we had a slightly busy day today and it's night time, but we're going to do some Instagram appointment setting because I want to walk you through the process of how I get appointments on Instagram. And as you can see on my phone, I'll share my screen so you can see what I'm seeing. But we actually got a few positive responses from last night's automation that we ran overnight, which was a simple opening message. So you can take that and use it yourself, which is the goal of this series essentially. And yeah, what I'm going to do now is actually show you how I just find leads and message them. And there's actually a unique approach that I'm using on Instagram right now to get people to respond, and it's working like so much better than anything I've seen before, which is crazy. So essentially all you want to do, so as you can see I'm on my account, is you essentially just want to find a influencer like what I was explaining last night in your niche. And if we just take like, I don't know, let's just search for like a personal trainer. So if we just take this guy, for example, this is an approach to get people to respond to your first message. And then the goal is once they respond to your first message, you then pitch your offer or you transition into the offer smoothly. So yeah, if we just click on one of these posts, you can see that all of these people are personal trainers, which I'll show you like on my screen. And this is the approach that I've been going for recently. So you can see that this guy is a basketball coach. And what I actually did was message him by clicking on his story and then swiping up. And I basically just said, I saw you in Stoke. And I mean, I can actually show you the message that I sent him. So you can see here that I just said, very unique offering, saw you from Stoke, keep it up. He said, thanks mate. Yeah, we basically just had a conversation around how he can grow. So I basically introduced the opportunity of growing on YouTube. And you can see by his answers, the fact that he's responding this much shows he's problem aware, shows he's in pain. And I'm definitely going to be doing follow-ups to this guy in the next few days because I know for a fact I can get him on an appointment and I know that I can close him. So that's something that, I have to do. But that's one approach. But if we go back here, I think what I've been doing is just doing this manually. So I always follow, I like one of their posts. You can comment if you want. And then you basically just click on their story because all of these guys have stories. And if we just say something like, love this bro, keep it up, and we just have like a fire emoji. Yeah, that's honestly what I do. And I can do this like quite a few times. You can see that I just speed run this. So I always look for the bio because you can see that this guy Men's Online. So if we message him, he's got insane brother. You can just say great case study. And then fire emoji or something like that. We could just do like and what you'll find is these guys actually like respond to this stuff because we're not pitching, so it's like disarming them and it's building a bit of reciprocity and a bit of rapport, and then you just pitch your offer, and assuming it has no risk to get them on the appointment, you'll be absolutely fine. You can treat it as like a networking call, whatever you want. I think that's the approach I'm going to be going for, but you can see like how easy it is. So like this guy is a solar sales coach. I've never seen that before. But once again, he's posting a story, and you can see here that it is what do you wish your company sales platform offered but doesn't. That's an interesting one. So I've got some bangers. And yeah, we just want to get responses, and this is by far the easiest way to do it, in my opinion. So you can absolutely speedrun this. This guy probably isn't qualified. But you can see how like easy it is. So I guess this guy probably has like $1,000. So he doesn't have any stories though. So I would usually just say something like, "How's it going, brother? Found you from the reel section. Keep posting." And we're just gonna keep this moving. And also, what I noticed today when I was doing like the cold calls, it's so much of a mental game. It's like competition doesn't exist. Like, fuck competition. If you're scared of another agency owner, you have it completely wrong. The biggest competition is yourself. It's your mind. Like, a gym's competition isn't the gym that opens next door. It's Netflix. It's fast food restaurants. That is a gym's competition, and your competition is you. One of my favorite quotes is, "You have met the enemy and the enemy is you." And it's like, you do the calls, you try and post content, you try and send DMs, but you feel like there's something pushing you back. And that is simply resistance. And resistance is the breaking point of you entering into a new reality. And by nature, the brain and body doesn't like change. It likes to remain at homeostasis, the same temperature. So any stress you put on the body and the brain is going to cause kickback. And that is the resistance you feel when you go to do the hard task, but you feel like you don't want to do it. Something's telling you not to do it, and it's like procrastination. So that's just really important to know. And the first way you solve resistance, whether it's cold calling, whether it's DMing, or any form of appointment setting, because where your fear is, there your task is, an amazing quote by Carl Jung. But the way in which you solve that is just by being aware of it. When you go to do the calls or whatever it is, create the piece of content that you should be doing, and you feel resistance, just say to yourself, cool, that's resistance, and get annoyed at it. Get annoyed at the fact that it's stopping you from living your dream life. That is how you solve it. And motivation comes from deprivation, so it's very hard to do the calls or do the content DMs when you're comfortable. Because if it's more comfortable to stay in your current position, then do those tasks, you'll stay in your current position. But if it's more uncomfortable to stay in your current position, maybe because you can't afford rent or you're struggling to afford food, then you'll do the tasks. So it's really understanding that motivation comes from deprivation. You need to put yourself in uncomfortable environments if you are going to achieve the dream life that you want. So that's super important. It is still day 2, so we have plenty of time to make this happen. And yeah, I'll keep you updated. Let's keep it moving. Day 3. I woke up feeling different. Maybe I was too ambitious. Maybe the hate comments on the first video were correct. Maybe it is impossible. As I sat on my balcony contemplating my entire existence as I had to do cold calls today, I realized one thing. I'm not doing this for me. A wise man once said, those that have a strong enough why can bear almost any how. And I wasn't doing this for me. I was doing this for my younger self. I have to complete this challenge for the few people that believed in me. And I'm doing this to show all of you watching that it is possible to achieve freedom starting with $0 in 2025. So with that unlimited motivation, I got to work today. Calls after calls, DMs after DMs, and by the end of day 3, I finally had a breakthrough. Managed to secure an appointment for Friday, the 10th of January. I'll show you the event in calendar, as you can see, with James. I don't want to reveal his email for obvious reasons, but yeah, we've got an appointment with a guy called James, who is a personal trainer looking for some AI automations. He wants help with content, so that is going to be amazing, and that could potentially be the client. You can see that in the calendar I put this is only for fitness coaches, personal trainers, and similar offers, and I've also put some qualifying things in there. I said if you aren't willing to invest $100, like, yeah, it's not worth it. So that should position me at a higher authority, but yeah, really solid. Looking forward to it. I hate to do this, but on next episode, we're gonna be taking a sales call, and you're gonna know if we managed to get a client in 7 days, and it's gonna be amazing. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, comment to be entered into the $500 giveaway for this series. On a mission to get 100,000 subscribers in 2025. I know we can do it together, and I'm on a mission to give out more value than anyone in the entire market. So with that being said, subscribe and make sure you tune in for next week's episode, where we're gonna be closing some deals, fingers crossed. And yeah, look forward to having you in that episode. Take it easy, keep crushing, and you can watch more videos up here somewhere.